Barbie friends, welcome to the SpiegelMom Scraps YouTube channel. I am doing a 80s and 90s themed layout today, and I am just starting out with doing some triangles. I wanted to do a fun background. I had a little bit of a problem though, because I wasn't really sure how I was going to accomplish that, but I really like how this one turned out. I used the 6x6 pad papers for the two crepe paper papers, so that triangle one and the one that kind of has like a chevron-y, zigzaggy type of pattern, the blue and the yellow-ish one. And the one down at the bottom is actually from Hip Kit. It's an old one, and I kind of like the circle elements. It kind of ties in that circle theme when you think of like basketballs or something, because the photo I am scrapbooking is a picture that I took actually a while ago with the thought that I would probably scrapbook it at some point. And it is a Barbie basketball bag that actually turns into Ken shorts or like pants or something. It's really weird. I don't know why they did that. But anyway, I thought it would be fun because my daughters actually play with a lot of my old Barbie stuff because I kept it. Well, I kept it and my mom kept it. And so now they play with it, and so I'm trying to think about what I want to do with this card. You like how I'm like doing hand things? I'm all by myself too. I don't know why I do that. It's, I think it's a subconscious thing because I know that I'm filming, and I've been doing process videos for almost as long as I've been scrapbooking. So it's kind of like a second nature to me to like not even think about the fact that I'm filming in some ways, or like, but it's in the back of my mind, and so like I don't know. But yeah, so I was thinking about maybe like cutting that into a V or something, but I think in the end what I'm going to do is just use this picture of the bag, because I didn't like the way that the 4x6, the vertical one, looked with that more horizontal square photo, even though, because I cut it down, but still. And I didn't like how it covered up all those triangles. I don't mind like some of the triangles getting covered up a little bit, but I really wanted you to be able to see this really cool pattern that I made. So I decided that I think what I'll end up doing is doing like a 6x12 or something to go along with it, and just use the other photo, because I should use the other photo because I have it, and then just use that to do more of my journaling. And I think I'm gonna add that notebook paper to the other one and have it be like half notebook paper and then the photo or something, and then I don't have to worry about the design so much on that. So I don't do that on here, but I'm thinking what I'll do is finish it up and then put that on my channel this week, so be on the lookout for that. So now I'm just building the title, and I decided to use those small letters even though they're small, but I really like the colors, and I thought that they would play really well with the colors that I've already used on my layout. And yes, I know that the yellows and stuff are a little bit different, but I kind of like that there are a few varieties of shades of the yellows and the blues and stuff, and I think it just kind of makes it fun. Because I didn't really do a whole lot with this, because I really kind of wanted to keep the integrity of just the design that I'm using already anyway, and I wanted it to have a lot of open space. But the title is going to read literally Blast from the Past, and then I will put that this way underneath because it just fit perfectly in there. I felt like I needed just one other, like something else there, and so it just kind of fit perfectly, even though I know it makes the title really long, but I kind of like that. So I'm going to stitch around each of these triangles, or like hand stitch, as in I'm drawing a stitch. I could have used like twine or something, or even thread, but that would take I don't know. I guess I could have used my sewing machine and that might have looked cool too, but I wasn't thinking about that when I did that. So I want to use some of these like button things from Dear Lizzy. And this will help tie some of the colors that I've already used from that big chipboard piece that says literally and that more play. So I'm trying to use some of the same um, collections a little bit together so that it helps tie things. So I have some stuff from the Cool Kid collection and some stuff from the Lovely Day, and then I just add those fancy pants letters, and that card that has the heart on it is actually from Simple Stories. So now to add some sequins, because I wasn't sure how I was going to do this. Now originally I had seen a piece of arrow paper that I was thinking, hey, that would be cool if I put a sequin in each arrow or something, but I ended up not using it because I didn't think that it would work. I don't know. I just wasn't sure. So I pulled out these pieces that we had gotten a while ago, and they're like chipboard, laser cut or something, or however, but they're really fun, and they're not basketball shaped, but I don't know, the shape is a fun shape, and it's sort of like a circle, but not really. But so I decided to use that, and I'm going to make these 2 shakers. So I'm just putting in, because I have them cut off to the side of the layout, which eventually they will get cut. I didn't cut them yet, but I'm putting in some foam on the edge of the paper. Now, on the layout, you can actually see the foam, but if that was something that bothered you, you could always put like some kind of embellishment over top of it. Like you could add some hearts or something, or some stars, or something else or like a die cut or something, or like a word phrase or something over top of it so that you're not going to notice it. But I don't really mind, because I think once it goes in my protector, I don't think it's really going to be noticeable to my family that there's foam. And so what I like to use when I'm making shakers like these is to use the red line tape. It's a double stick tape, and it's super sticky, and so it will work really well. And the key to making it last even longer is to varnish it. So that means that once you put this down and you take the red part off and you put down your plastic or whatever you're using to make it a shaker. And I'm just going to use some old packaging that is plastic. It's a little bit thinner, so it's not, it's not like super thick. It probably means that it could end up getting dirty easier or whatever, but like if you're really worried about it being, like, you can always wipe it down and use like something like a stamp cleaner maybe would probably work. And then yeah, so but if you varnish it down, so whatever you're using for your shaker, if you varnish it, so press it down really good and just give it a good press, it's gonna really help seal, and over time that it will just stick right good to the plastic, and you won't even really see the tape very much. If you're worried about it, and I cut the tape in half, so it's not a full, so it's a thin strip anyway, but I cut it in half. But if you're really worried about it, you can always measure whatever you're using as your barrier to keep it for a shaker, and just like measure it and kind of cut. You could use an X-Acto knife and cut it even more precise. I mean, I'm not so worried about that, but if that's something that really bugs you and you want to be meticulous and get it really nice and neat and not worry about it sticking out over the edges, that's definitely something that you could do. And it's it would be really easy to do with a ruler, like a metal ruler, and an X-Acto knife. You could probably get a really good cut and get it really nice and clean and right to the measurement that you wanted it to be. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. So I'm just adding some journaling, and I'm just going to put a little because I'm going to do that 6x8 or 6x12 side with the other photo, and then I'm just gonna put the years 2016 and 2017 because that is when my kids were playing with this bag that used to be mine. And I have no idea when I had this bag, except for it was probably in the early 90s. That's when I was playing with Barbies. But I thought this would be nice and fun. I hope that you guys are inspired to maybe pull out or take some photos of things that you have that your kids have, or that you still use or have around your house to save. And I hope that you guys are inspired to maybe make some layouts that are inspired by the 80s and 90s. I'll see you guys later, and have a great scrappy week. Bye!